it's been an incredible start to the new year. But before we move forward, I just want to remind you guys about what happened last February, right? When the market decided to sell off. And we actually caught this move as well. Now, are we going to see a repeat or will we see new time highs? At the moment, a lot of new traders, investors are now pouring into the market, but it's important to understand what you're doing, right? At the moment, I'm seeing a lot of people buying into companies that are on the verge of bankruptcy, and the only response, the only type of fundamental data that we're seeing is hold the line. There's a lot of emotions involved. Like this is, at the moment, we're playing hot potato, right? And the question is, will you be able to leave the market profitable, right? I know a lot of people are, 10xing their money, doubling their money, but the market can be very, very unforgiving if you do not, humble yourself and really take time to learn and understand what you're doing, right? And it only gets worse because the problem is a lot of people are trading on margin as well. So it only takes one mistake for you to lose not only your profits but more, right? And in this video I'm going to explain just a bit about where we currently are in the market, what I think is going to happen next, and what you should essentially be looking out for. Number one, we are still currently in the global pandemic. As great as things are looking on the market, it's important to actually stop, reflect, and think to yourself, wait a second, we're still in a global pandemic. Almost major, all the major economies across the world are currently still in lockdown, but yet the stock market continues to go up. And yes, I know that's a lot to do with the stimulus packages, the stimulus packages, and obviously this is like a what we like to call it's being manipulated artificially, right? The market is currently being artificially manipulated, which is why we haven't seen a major crash at the moment. But this can only last for so long. Now, here's the issue: when a lot of people start to enter the market and you're buying companies where, like I said, on the verge of bankruptcy, the valuation may be around, I don't know, 1 to 2 billion, and then the price is pumped up to 20 billion, in market value. The goal is to get out, take your profits and leave. The goal isn't to just hold your profits and hope for the best. This is not how things work. You have to, and like I said, do you experience traders, the people that are taking time out to educate themselves? This is going to be one of the biggest years for you in terms of profit wise learning. Just this this year you have the potential to make more money than you've ever seen in your life. You have the potential to make more money than you can potentially ever see in your life. But you just have to do things correctly. You cannot get greedy. You cannot lose sight of the bigger picture. And this is what's happening at the moment. All of a sudden everybody's a guru. Everybody's some, but again, the market, especially the stock market, has a way of humbling, the trader, the overconfident trader. It's luring you in, and then it's about to take your soul. So I'm telling you, just please be careful. If there's anything you take from this video, use the correct risk management. Never risk money that you cannot afford to lose. Now, with that being said, as mentioned, February we saw the market sell off. Now, what we've basically seen is the market trend towards the upside. From December we saw a sharp trend to the upside, but now we're starting to see price almost pull back. Now, I did some analysis saying that we'll see a 5 to 6% pullback. Now, that pullback has actually been completed, and then as you can see, this area is where you want to look for buy positions, and we were aiming for 33 to 34,000. Now, we actually bought on Germany 30 yesterday, and we caught over 150 points on that particular currency. Not currency, indice. Now, we've actually completely taken profit now. Why? I'm anticipating some kind of heavy pullback. Now, I'm not sure whether we're going to see a pullback and then continuation to the upside again. That could be the case. Like I said, we have a few more months of upside momentum across, I believe, the stock market. So it's important to maximize that. But I believe we're going to see a correction. We're going to see a heavy correction. Now, this could be another 6% move to the downside. It could be 10% move to the downside. And then we can see the continuation to the upside again. But the question is, when is this going to happen? I believe February could. This month could be a repeat. We could see a repeat. And let's see. So from this area, let's say a 5-6% move. Okay, so that's quite, it's quite a heavy move. We could see price moving further, maybe move back into this range, and then we could see price range again before we see a breakout. But again, the likelihood of us seeing, just a sharp move to the 33,000 area without a pullback doesn't sit too well with me. I do believe that we are going to see a pullback at the moment. Again, and if we do see, you know, more momentum, we need to clear this high. Once we clear this high, then of course we can see price continue to trend to the upside. But I'm just being more cautious than ever before, because as you can see, this is the Dow Jones. This is last year. And of course we saw the retracement, sharp retracement. But do we see a repeat? So let me draw out the... Do we see a repeat back into this range? Price sell off back into this range? Or do we see price pull down 5-6% and then we see price continue to the upside? But we have a long year to go. Again, it's hard to predict exactly what's going to happen to the T. Although we, as you can see, we've done that quite well recently. But again, anything can happen now, and we're preparing for all case scenarios. But yeah, with that being said, trade safe. And again, if you want to join our industry group, Forex group, send me a message or click the link in my bio to join our Forex group for 1 week completely free with some incredible analysis in that community. But remember, as always, seize the day and trade safe.